Hello everyone, my name is Illyrio and welcome to another episode on the Chronos server. And today we will be working on a really big shulker farm. We have been using a really small farm since we've updated to 1.17, so it's about time we make a bigger one. We are here at the location of the perimeter for the shulker farm, and since the farm will be quite big, we will make a 1k by 1k perimeter. The schematics are in place and we already made some progress on the trenches. And on this side we have a new machine which is a 12 wide trencher. And this is basically 4 3 wide trenchers next to each other, but they are all connected with just one brain. It uses 2 TNT dupers instead of 4, and it also has an AND gate in case one of the 4 modules gets stuck. And like with the normal 3 wide trencher, we need to make a trench at the bottom, which needs to be 3 blocks tall, but here we use a tunnel bore, so it's a lot bigger. And since the bottom trench has been completely cleared, we can launch this machine. Well, actually, before launching the machine, you need to make sure you have removed all the immovable blocks in the way, so all the obsidian and chest from spawner. And you also need to make sure you will have a scenario where some water will flow on top of lava, which will create obsidian, or also the other way around, which will create cobblestone, which can break the machine. So here, for example, we have a lava source, and on top of it we have some water, so there is a big chance that the water will flow on top of the lava and create obsidian. There is also this case here where the lava is really close to the water, so there is a really big chance that it will create cobblestone here. So once we've made sure that the terrain is ready, we'll be able to launch the machine. And in the meantime, we also have launched another machine. Yeah, so we have a 3 wide trencher, and yeah, this one is just a normal one, so it's a lot smaller and it works pretty much the same. Here we already made the trench at the bottom, and we already removed all the immovable blocks and all the lava that can create obsidian or cobblestone. And also those machines are really satisfying to see. So right now it's going down, so we just have to wait until it reaches the bottom, and then I can show you how it works. Okay, so it's arriving at the bottom, and it will go up again soon. Okay, now it's moving first. And now it should go up. Yeah. So it takes some time before the bottom one goes up. Okay, and now we can see it in action. So every slime block will grab a few blocks and pull them up. And it will also grab the blocks on the side if there is any. And then it will bring all those blocks up here. And here they will be blown up. So the east trencher is running, and we also have the west trencher, which is fully built. It will be launched soon, this one. But we only have one of the 2 big trencher built. And the second one needs to be built on this side. And yeah, Mingyu is already working on it. So yeah, we need to finish this one, and then we will have all the 4 trenchers built. We are also working on the nether side of the perimeter at the same time. So we just make a 500 by 500 blocks perimeter. And currently we are placing the pistons to break the roof. So we are using the same piston placer as we used in the first episode, which places 5 layers of pistons at the same time. Actually, this is not the exact same piston placer as we used in the first episode, because you may notice this one is a bit slower. Here we are placing pistons every 10 game ticks instead of every 6 game ticks, and this makes the placer a lot simpler. So you can see we have pistons pushing the slime and honey here, but we don't have pistons on the other side. And we also don't have any rail lines, and the station here is also smaller. And since we are running a lot of trenchers in the overworld at the moment, it's better to have a machine that is less laggy on the nether side, so we can run both at the same time. It's the second day and all the trenchers are running. And I guess we could check the 12 wide trencher. We haven't seen that one yesterday, but this is pretty much the same as a 3 wide trencher. You just have 4 of them. So it's actually going down and it will move soon. Okay, it's moving. And now it will grab all the blocks in the front, like with the other trencher. And all those blocks will get blown up, like with the other one. And with those trencher we actually have a lightning rod here and also at the top to make sure it doesn't break with the lightning strike. And you can see it's actually thundering at the moment, so it's really important to have this. And this machine makes really nice trenches with smooth walls, but of course you still have to remove the liquids manually. And all of these machines have been designed by SG and divided, like most of the slimestone machine on the server. The piston placer is now done and we have launched 3 bedrock breakers. And all of them are lossless, which means that they collect the pistons so we don't lose them and they are sent to a central storage. So you can see here we have minecarts to collect the pistons, and those minecarts are unloaded on those upper lines, which leads to the storage. We have 5 upper lines. Here we just have 4, but the 5th one is here. This one gets destroyed after this bedrock breaker is done because we don't need it anymore. So we have a TNT duper here. And we have 5 of these because we have 5 layers to break. And we need 1 for each bedrock breaker. The goal will be in the end to have just 1 hopper line for the 5 bedrock breakers, but that's kind of complicated to do. We can see here the bedrock breaker in action. It's like the normal one that you have probably seen before, just that it collects the piston. In a bit we should be able to build the 4th bedrock breaker and then later the 5th one, and then we'll have to wait probably a few days until this is done. We can see this one is about a third of the way, so yeah, it's at least 4 or 5 days. And I can briefly show you the unloading station, which is nothing crazy, but it's very noisy. So this was the unloading station for the piston placer, which is now done. But we also use it to collect the piston in Shulker box loader. We have 1 for each hopper line. And we just send everything to a storage. And I also noticed that someone dug a hole here for the 12 wide trencher. There is another one on the other side. And there is also a smaller one for the 3 wide trencher here. So we will be using the same machine as we used in the overworld to make the perimeter, because we can use them in the nether and in the overworld. So as soon as this is finished, we will build those machines, make the trenches, and then build a world eater and run it, as usual. You can also check that all the trenchers are working on the overworld. So this one is indeed working. Let's check the next one. Yeah, this one is working too. And as you can see, we made some space here because the trencher can only remove the blocks that are up to this level. So we need to remove all the blocks that are above, which is what we have done. But that's usually not a lot, especially if you choose the area carefully. Let's check the next one. Okay, this one is working. And the final one is also working. Nice. So we can check on the map. It's about 2/3 of the way there. So the next update will probably be tomorrow or the day after, because the next thing is to build the world eater, and we need all the trenchers to be done before doing that. It's day 5 and the world eater is fully built. It was actually done yesterday, but we had some trouble with the trenchers that broke, and nobody was there to fix them. That's why we're only launching it on day 5. The last thing to do is to remove the blocks that were left over by the trencher, and then we can launch it. Another thing we want to do before launching the world eater is to flood the trenches, so we don't blow up the sides and also the bottom. And for that we just use some ice, which will break automatically with the glowstone, and that will flood all the trenches of the perimeter. As you can see, some ice already melted. You just have to place it. The perimeter is complete, and we also built the farm, which I forgot to record. But I prepared a short cinematic of them running, so let's check that. I hope you enjoyed the cinematic. So as you've seen, we have the same farm on the 4 corners, and on each corner we have the same module 4 times. And like the usual portal-based shulker farms, we have one shulker that is hit by shulker bullets, and then it will duplicate and create new shulkers that will go into the portals. And there is a way to replace the shulker in case the one in the middle dies. There is a rail line, and we have a storage of shulkers at the top. And we actually have 2 shulkers, there is one here and another one above. And this one gets replaced by the one here. At the top we have another portal, and there is a shulker in the nether that will shoot shulker bullets, and they will go down through this water stream. And the farm is currently broken, so there is a shulker here, but it's not supposed to be here. And then the shulker bullets will go down, and they will hit the 2 shulkers in the farm, so they can duplicate. And there are also some snowmen that are attracted by endermites in the minecarts here, and they try to shoot at the endermites, but their snowballs will be redirected down. They will hit the shulkers here, and that will aggro the shulkers in the middle to make them duplicate a bit more. It's the same principle that is used with this farm that I'm sure you have seen before, with the shulkers on the side to make the shulker farm faster. And we use this single dimension farm to get enough shulkers to start all the other farms. So that's how the shulker farm works in the overworld for the most part. And now we can check the nether. In the nether we also have 4 modules, one in each corner. So the shulkers arrive in the nether portals and they get teleported here. And there is TNT that will explode on top of the ender chest to kill them. We have a TNT duper at the top that will align the TNT down. And as far as I know, I think this farm can also use TNT looting. We can see there is a setup for TNT looting here, but I don't think we ever used it. When the farm is running, we're supposed to have shulkers here just next to the rail, and these are the shulkers that will shoot shulker bullets in the overworld. This farm has been designed by ending credits, or at least for the most part, and like all of our other farms, we have the same storage by nurse. We have the bulk here, and we have a way to transport shulker shells in stack minecarts using the piston bolt network. Overall, this project was a bit special because we started designing the farm in 1.17 and it was supposed to produce 200,000 items per hour. But then in 1.18 it was only 160,000 items per hour. And so we started building the farm in 1.18 and realized that pretty much every update will break the farm a bit more. Especially in 1.21, now the farm is completely broken, because minecarts with entities can go through portals. That's why we ran the farm for a long time before updating to 1.21, and now we should have around 5 million shulker shells. So yeah, that's how it is, the farm broke, but at least we have a lot of shulker shells, and hopefully in the next episode we will make a farm that is still working in the new versions. So thank you everyone for watching, I hope you liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!